Okay, the media here, it's only sand, but it's not sand from the ocean because of the salinity. It's underground sand, red sand you can call it. Okay, you need to dig up a little bit, minimum 50 centimeters, but 1 meter is preferable. And you take out the media, the sand, it's clean of pathogens, not saline. He uses 100% sand. In the presentation, there's like a recipe to combine the sand with some organic material, can be compost or other organic media like cocoa peat, not dung, okay, because of pathogens, not dung, compost, okay. Now in the nursery you visited in your first tour in Israel, if you remember, with Elon, that was an avocado nursery. They use other media, okay, like the media we use for seedlings, for the vegetables, cocoa peat. Okay, each one uses what, each nursery uses what is his growth protocol and work protocol. Each nursery also looks a bit different. Some look like in Betzera, okay, so that's the media. Here you see it's ready. Each time you can see here it's ready to plant the rootstocks. Soon we'll see the rootstocks. We are lucky that they picked on Monday they picked the rootstocks from the mother plant. So we'll discuss also the rootstocks. Okay. Now here it's not a good place to plant the rootstocks. Why? Because there's a lot of shade. You see we have here different size trees. Some are grafted, some empty, some before grafting. Okay. So we're gonna see young seedlings. Let's go, walk carefully.
Sorry.
Come inside, we're walking inside. Okay, we're gonna spread here. Look where you're stepping. Okay. I'm gonna be in the middle, you can enter. Come. Some will be here, some will be here. I'm at that drone side. I want to go. Okay. So, good morning. So we'll start to talk about the structure first, and then we'll talk about the rootstock and growth, grafting, irrigation, plant nutrition, etc.
Yalla guys.
Okay. You see some were left behind. So first of all, the structure. You see we're inside a structure, a nursery. It's mandatory. We'll start from the bottom. Mulching. We do not propagate plants, doesn't matter if it's seedlings, grafted trees, cuttings, tissue culture, of course, directly on the ground. Why? What do we have in the soil? Say pathogens, insects, billions of microorganisms that can do harm, mostly. Also do good, but in this case, harm. So we must prevent direct touch of the pots, of the plants to the soil. So mango, you see some are on blocks and some are not. The blocks is actually for avocado. He produces mainly mango, but there's also a little bit of avocado, so then it depends on the demand that he has. So when he has higher demand for mango, he uses the infrastructure. It's even better when it's higher. But what is enough is like we have here. Okay, first of all, you see there is gravel as mulching. Okay, it's also to prevent weeds. Weeds attract pathogens and insects. And there is this plastic material below. You see, below the pots next to you. You put this, and then you can grow the mango seedlings. Okay, but for avocado, you must put it even higher. There's some fungus that can penetrate the pot, and then you send the tree to the field, and then it can get rotten, etc. Okay, so biosecurity, sanitation is very important. In some nurseries, when you enter, some nurseries will not let us even in. Okay? Yes. So if they let you in, you need to sanitize shoes, at least shoes. Okay? Mud is a big problem. Okay, so first of all, prevent direct touch of the plant material from the soil. It can be gravel, a plastic cover, blocks. In the presentation, there is even some type of metal net, galvanized metal. You can, improvise from what the material is if you don't have something else. Second thing is the cover. Okay, the cover is important to prevent from wind, but also from the sun. Okay, the sun is very dangerous also for us, and for the plants. Okay, we want the optimum growth. We want the best conditions. Okay, so as you can see, we have two nets, one on the other. Each one is 50%. So together we get 70-80% shading. This rate of shading is mandatory for the first stages. When we will finish here, we'll go out to see the last stage, the hardening stage, or the stage before sending out to the farm, to the field. Only one net, 50%. You will feel immediately the amount of light and also the temperature. Less humidity, but humidity is not a problem. Okay, mango grows in humid climate. So that's about the structure. Now in the winter time, he covers with plastic because the winter in Israel is cold, and he still leaves one net. Okay, it's not only plastic. Still, in Israel, if you remember, the sun is strong also in the winter time. Not strong like now. Now it's the highest radiation from June, but also in the winter time it can be harmful for our babies. Okay, so the pots, we saw the empty pots. So we start from the rootstock. What is a rootstock? Okay, a rootstock, it's a variety that we chose. We chose this variety to be our rootstock. Why do we need a rootstock? Second, כן, תומר? מה, סיימת? הם היו 10 דקות חיכו לך. מצחיק אותה. תעשה 45 דקות, אל תעשה חצי שעה בקושי. שיר עשה להם שעה. לא, תראה, שיר ביום ראשון. תראה, אתה מסביר להם, אז נותן להם איזה רבע שעה לתמונות. אל תשחרר אותם, עכשיו הם... תן לפעם הבאה, ביי. בהדרכה פשוט. Sorry. Okay, so what do we need from a rootstock, okay? What is the aim of rootstock? Vigor, growth, okay? Strong growth. Resistant to disease, resistant to certain soil characters, salinity, soil pathogens, okay? So this mango is tasty, okay? It's not like some rootstocks are not tasty, like in almonds, rootstock you cannot eat it. In citrus they are very acidic, or taste is not good. or filled with many seeds. Here, the taste is good, but the size, it can be a little bit bigger, but mango, like a variety that we want to sell, they can be, okay, 300 grams and more. This is 150 maximum. Okay, so it's not in the Israeli market or in the Western market, you can call it, it's not good enough. Okay, but the rootstock is amazing. It's called 13/1. We only have one rootstock variety in Israel, but in research, there's a research already for a few years that they will find something, another rootstock. In other crops, we have many rootstocks. Like in avocado, we have like 8 or 10. In citrus also, depending on the soil type, etc. So the rootstock, we take it out. Don't have the instrument, but inside we need to take out the seed from the peel. Okay, remember there is this. Okay, the hard case of the seed. We need to take out the seed from the case. Okay, okay. We do not put it with the case. We need to take it out from the exocarp. It's called. Okay, after which we'll. You have a knife? Yeah, never mind. Very sweet. So the taste is amazing, but it's not a commercial variety. Okay? So we put the seed, now we can see after planting, like in the open field, doesn't matter, we need to irrigate for a long time so the whole media will be wet. Okay? Then the embryos will come up. Remember, it's polyembryonic. We have a few embryos. We need to choose one. Only, let's say they're between 4 to 6 embryos. One of them is not the right, remember, all of them are same, except one that is fertile. Usually they choose the one that grows faster. Unfortunately, this year, we don't have the stage of rootstocks only. We have only after grafting. Sometimes, usually when we come, we have some place that we can see a few rootstocks. This time, no. Okay, so from seed to grafting depends on the climate conditions. It takes between 6 to 8 months till grafting. What does it mean, climate conditions? Some nurseries, they heat up during the winter time, so it can be even shorter time. It can be 3 months. Okay, so 5-6 months till 8 months from seed to grafting. Now, of course, it's even, that's an average. Now in this season, it's even it's faster. And then from grafting till final product, another 6 to 8 months. So it can be around 1.2, 1.6 months, years, sorry. Okay, 15 to 18, 19 months. Okay, less than 2 years. Okay, from seed till ready for planting in the field. So now this grafting method is called cleft head grafting. So you can see they finished grafting recently, like some 2 weeks ago, some around 1 month from now. Okay, so the diameter of the rootstock, the minimum size is like a pencil diameter. It can be also thicker. Okay, so they cut, you can see 20 centimeters above the pot. In avocado, the grafting is done higher. Okay, it's called high. We have high grafting, low grafting.
Why?
In mango, it depends on the crop. Why to do it low? Okay, because we want the tree to have a certain design. Okay, that it will be in avocado. It's matter also of some rotting. Okay, some fungus that attacks, but usually also in citrus they do it low. So when we plant it, we'll have a very small area of the rootstock, so it also will not break out. Okay, and also if it will be like that, higher, okay, we'll start the split from here. Then the tree will be also higher, and also the skeleton, the design of the tree will be weaker a little bit. Remember when we talked about in class about the mango design? If we do not design the tree well, boom, it breaks from the heavy yield. This is relevant for all trees, but The design is very important. So when we graft, we want to prevent rootstock breaking out. So when we graft in the nursery, we choose the scions from the tip. Okay, we take the tip of the branches. It's recommended. You can also do it not with the tips, but then there is a bigger chance for rootstock breaking out. Okay, so from time to time we see it also here. It means that the grafting is not officially completed, so there is no apical dominance. But after the grafting finished, we can remove the rootstock that broke out, and that's it. The plant already got apical dominance, it will not happen again. Okay, but in the nursery, it's recommended to use the tips. In the field, no problem. Okay? Now, there is no need of sanitation of the scions or during the grafting. The only thing they sanitize is the tools. Okay, they wash the tools before, sanitize their hands or using gloves, and that's the important thing. In the field, you need to do sanitation to spray some fungicide before you cover with this special bag, aluminum, this silver bag. Now here in the grafting, like we saw in the movie, they cut, they put the scion, and then they cover with plastic bag. Okay? We do not see it here. If you want, you see there's some bags there. There they grafted, I don't know what happened there, but because you will see the rootstocks are very thick. My opinion, some farmer ordered trees and there was cancellation and they changed the variety. But there you can see bags. But eventually it's like that. They put it after grafting. They put one leaf from the rootstock, like we saw, like I explained in the video. Yeah, one leaf from the rootstock, doesn't matter which one. One leaf from the rootstock. Okay, they put inside the bag to add humidity. And then they close it with some rope or some ribbon. This one. Here they use this. It's very fast, very efficient. Okay. After 2 weeks they come, they remove the bag. This they usually keep. This they throw. You do not recycle these bags. They are the most cheapest bags. It's called sandwich bags. Very cheap. 5 shekel, you go 7 shekels in Israel, you get 100 bags. And if you buy it in big quantities, it can be even cheaper. Okay, so, huh? You have it back home. It's the most simple bag. Cheaper here? Bags are cheaper. All the rest is expensive. Okay, about irrigation. Okay, we grow in media. So when we grow in media, we need to apply fertilizer in each irrigation. Doesn't matter now which media, sand, cocoa peat, other mixtures. Okay, the type of the media is affecting the irrigation scheduling. Okay. Now, how do we know how much to irrigate? Okay, we need and how much to apply fertilizer. When we grow in media, we need to collect drainage. Here he doesn't do it because he's growing already for more than 30 years. He's producing trees, so he doesn't do it. But the optimal is to collect the drainage. You sample a few pots in each irrigation operation, each valve you operate. What does it mean to collect? You grow the pot high or you put below. You need to put below in some way some plastic to collect. Okay, now the water you collect help you to make a few decisions. One, if you irrigate enough or not enough. What does it mean? It's a very general rule, but it's correct. For 1 liter of water, for example, that you irrigate, you need to get minimum 30% of water in the drainage. Yeah. If you get lower than that, you do not irrigate enough. If you get 50%, it's okay. If you're starting to get 60% and more, it means you are irrigating already too much. We do not want to irrigate too much. Why? Save water and to save fertilizer. So this is about the water quantity. Now for the EC, we measure EC. We see we got 1.5. We calculate delta. What does it mean delta? We see 1.5 in the drainage. we do delta with the EC before irrigation, without the fertilizer. Let's say the EC is 0.5, we get delta of 1. Okay, delta of 1, okay, it means that we applied 1 EC of fertilizer. Okay, it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. Each crop it's a little bit different, but usually, except banana you can apply high fertilizer quantities, high ppm. Mango it's around 20 to 30 ppm in the nursery. In the field it goes down to 15. Okay, here it's 20, 30, also a little bit more. So the EC delta is supposed to be around 0.4, 0.5. It depends on the fertilizers you use. So that's general. So when you see, I applied too much fertilizer, I can reduce. So that's important. Another thing the EC tells you, if the EC is too high, you do washing. What does it mean, high EC? It means that the salts accumulated in the media. Okay? So what does it mean, washing? It means to irrigate with no fertilizer application. To wash the salts. Okay, here he does it once a week automatically. He doesn't check the EC. I told you. Once a week, Friday or Saturday, Sunday, doesn't matter. Once a week, one irrigation schedule is with no fertilizer for 1 or 2 hours to wash the salts. Okay, now you can see that each pot is getting, with the drippers, there's a pipe, and every 20 centimeters plus minus, there's a splitter. So every pot is getting 1 dripper. Usually the dripper is 1 liter per hour. About plant protection. Okay, in the nursery usually there are no problems, but can be thrips or some kind of insect that can eat the leaves. And if there is high humidity, or mites also. But and if there's too much humidity, maybe some fungus can develop. But it's very easy to treat in the nursery. Okay, you can also treat against insects through the irrigation. A systemic chemical, it will kill all insects. Because questions? Okay, let's go to the outside. See, this is the seed with the hard case. You need to take it out from the hard case. See, it's not inside. Okay, it's empty.
They have extracted.
Yeah, they don't take everything. They cut. There in one of the sides of the fruit, there is like we have this. There's like a area. It's easy to enter. They take a tool and make it wide and extract the seed. The naked seed. Okay. So each farmer has its mother plants for the rootstock and for the varieties. Here you see it's one net. Only one net here. Be careful where you step, there are valves.
Yes.
Just to show you that it's one net, so 50%. And these are trees that were grafted, you can see, last more than a year. They can be already sent to the farm. Okay, they even already started the design. You see, they clipped them because they were already too high.
Too hot.
They already start the clipping.
So I want to know, there's any reason to raise up this bag? Reason for raising this bag?
The blocks?
Yeah, this
blocks?
block and put this one on
the blocks. It's for the avocado, but sometimes he has your avocado and sometimes mango, so he uses this. But you see, there is mulching on the ground. There was gravel. Here he puts this. You can put also only for mango.
Yes.
You can put only this and the pot. But for avocado, it's mandatory. There is a PPIS, Plant Protection Authority in Israel. Before you are selling the trees, doesn't matter if it's mango, avocado, whatever, they come to check if you do not work in a certain standard, they send you an order to destroy all the plant material. They did it in some farm. Yeah.
In the I see that this seedling is somehow old. What about the roots? Can it, by the time of transplanting, you can't disturb the roots?
What do you mean disturb the roots?
I
No,
mean,
they don't have a place to grow. They are staying
This
here.
block.
That's why you need to apply fertilizer all the time, so they will. You can still develop. That's the idea in media. You see, it still grows a little bit. Of course, in the soil it will grow more, but
the roots not.
there's no place to penetrate. A little bit here, you see, but it's nothing. The main root area is inside.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in class you said about after for the designing when it goes to the field.
Yeah.
So from here it starts.
Usually they count from the grafting area a few internodes, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and they cut here. Okay.
And then they
Yes.
apply those GAs.
Huh?
Those.
Gibberellin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gibberellin, it's in the season before to prevent flowering. It's to
They
prevent
do
flowering.
that actually when they go to the field directly or.
They cut and depends when. Not immediately. They let it. Yeah. They cut and apply the bleaching. So mango gets to the field like this, but the other trees you get already after design.
We can go, right?